Hola, clase. This is Senior Boyle. Let's talk about the translations that you did in the last lesson. First of all, remember doing these? These were using reflexive verbs after certain words that force you to use the infinitive form. All right, let's go back to that for just 1 second. And let's say what we're saying is that after these words, you're going to use the infinitive form of the verb. Now, obviously, we're talking about reflexive verbs. So when we say al, upon, or después de, para, hay que, antes de, or por, you're going to use the infinitive form of the reflexive verb, but remember that you still might have to change say to match the person that say is referring to. Okay, and we talked about that. Upon waking up, do you feel tired? Well, who is this waking up referring to? Well, you're the one waking up here. So with despertarse, we need to change say to te because despertarse is infinitive, but te is referring to you. Okay, so that's one thing I want us to kind of remember. And this is what it is. Al despertarte. And then the question, do you feel tired? Okay, so let's go through the compounds. Remember that, let's start here. Let's say, remember that we have two options. Option one is to put the reflexive verb pronoun say, that normally is at the end of the verb vestirse, and put it in front of the verb. So this is the verb querer, to want, and this is the verb vestirse. We take the say off from here, we turn it into me because it's yo form, and we have yo me quiero vestir. That's option one. It doesn't matter what the numbers you say, option one, option two, whatever. Option two is the same thing, except we put the me at the end of vestir, and it's one word. So really, this is the verb vestirse. Vestirse is to get dressed. Vestirse is infinitive. We change se to me because it's referring to me. And vestirme is also an infinitive verb. All right, let me just say that one more time. Vestirse turns into vestirme because me is referring to me. I'm the one getting dressed. But vestirme is still an infinitive verb. And the second verb in this verb set has to be infinitive. Okay. Let's come back to this in a little bit. Here are the sentences. Let's put me up here in the left corner because it's easier. Okay. Upon waking up, we said upon is al and despertarse is to wake up. And then the person it's referring to, who is say referring to here? It's referring to me because I'm going to say I like to do something. So we're going to change say to me. So we're going to say al despertarme, and al calls for an infinitive verb, and we have one right here. Despertarme is infinitive. Comma. All right, how do you say I like? Me gusta. To stay in bed. The verb to stay in bed is quedarse, and comma. But we're going to change this say to me. Now remember that if you are using the phrase me gusta, the only option you have, instead of option 1 and 2, the only option you have is to say me gusta and then use the infinitive verb with the proper form of say here, which in this case is me. So you don't have option 1 and option 2 after you use the verb gustar. You just don't. Okay, and then to stay in bed for 10 minutes and cama por 10 minutos. That's what we said for number 1. Number 2, after getting up. All right, so the verb after is después. And getting up is levantarse. So we're going to say después de levantarse. Now, who does se refer to? Her. It refers to her. It refers to she. So we're just going to leave it se because levantarse is the infinitive form and it's referring to she. And in the she form, se remains se. So después de levantarse, she always wants. And we said last time that always should go first. And the verb to want and to take a shower is a compound phrase. It's two verbs. Let's conjugate querer to quiere. And then we're going to say ducharse. Okay, so I don't know. I can't remember. I guess this would be option 2 because the say is at the end of the verb set in option 2. Really, what we're saying is she wants to take a shower. Option 1, we could say ella se quiere duchar. And all we've really done, the only difference between option 2 and option 1 is that this say moves to here. And that's it. Those are the only two possibilities when you have two verbs. Okay, let's do another one. Number 3. Upon. Well, we know that this is al. Showering is ducharse. Do you like? Well, the question do you like is helping us to figure out who say is referring to. Who does say refer to? Well, it refers to you because after you take a shower or upon taking a shower, do you like it? So you're the one that's taking a shower. And so ducharse has to change to ducharte. Okay. Do we understand why ducharse turns to ducharte? If you don't, you need to let me know. Do you like? Well, that's easy. Do you like is a question mark. And yeah, the question starts here. I know it's the middle of the sentence, but that's where it starts. And do you like is te gusta. Remember that after te gusta or me gusta or any phrase with gustar, you only have one option, which is to use the infinitive with the se here. And the se is attached. It's one word. It's an infinitive verb. But se is going to turn into something. Now, who is the se referring to here? It's referring to you because do you like to get dressed? You're dressing yourself. So, te gusta vestirte is what we're going to say. And that's all you can do. You can't change anything else here. Now, do you like to get dressed and brush your teeth? We're going to say and. Now, let me ask you this question. How are we going to say brush your teeth? Now, the verb is cepillarse los dientes. Are we going to conjugate cepillarse los dientes? Let me ask it a different way. What we're really asking is, do you like to get dressed? Do you like to brush your teeth? Do you like to get dressed? And do you like to brush your teeth? So, yeah, in a way, we're asking two questions. Do you like to get dressed? And do you like to brush your teeth? The brush your teeth is going to be infinitive. But we know that cepillarse needs to change to cepillarte because you're the one brushing your own teeth, right? Okay, let's do another one. Number 4, the truth is, we love to take a long time to get ready. All right, so the truth is la verdad es que we love. Well, how do you say we love? There's lots of ways to say it. You could say amamos. You could use the verb encantar, like I love French fries. I love McDonald's French fries. And in McDonald's, there's on the soda cup, I think it says me encanta. Remember that? Me encanta, da, 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 or something like that, whatever the jingle was. Me encanta is I love it, or I'm loving it. Remember that? So this would be me encanta, te encanta, le encanta. It looks and works just like gustar. We're going to say nos encanta because it's pleasing to us or it's enchanting to us. We love it. All right, so nos encanta is we love. It's just like gustar. You only have one choice. You have to use an infinitive verb. To take a long time is the verb tardarse. But tardarse, well, who is se referring to in tardarse? It's just like the example we had before with me gusta, te gusta vestirte. It's just like that. We're basically going to say nos encanta tardarnos. It's nos because it's referring to us. To get ready. In this case, we will say en. I thought maybe some of you might say para. Para, get ready. But really, en. And yeah, we should probably include this on that list of verbs that could possibly use an infinitive after it. Tardarnos en. The verb to get ready is arreglarse. We are going to use an infinitive verb like we do with those other ones, but we're going to change se to nos. So we have the truth is that we love, or it is pleasing and enchanting to us to take a long time to get ourselves ready. Okay, I know that's a little tricky, but hopefully you're learning something here. They don't worry about whether they're going to forget something or not. This is a tough phrase. To worry is the verb preocuparse. So first thing, let's just say they don't. Ellos no. Okay. The verb to worry is preocuparse. But it's a single verb, right? It's a single reflexive verb. How are we going to deal with a single reflexive verb? Well, we know that we deal with se first, and then we conjugate preocupar. It's ellos. So we're going to say ellos no se preocupan. That's easy. About whether. Yeah, if you type this into Google Translate, which you shouldn't do, I have no idea what you're going to get. Something crazy. Really, what this is just see, if. They don't worry if. Whether or not. Okay, so if. They are going to. They don't worry if they are going to. Well, going to forget something is going to ir a. Olvidarse is to forget, and then algo is something. Well, we have a verb set here. Two verbs. One of them is reflexive. What are we going to do? Let's just conjugate the first verb and then make sure that se matches the people it's referring to. Who is it referring to? It's referring to them, they. So we're going to just say van a olvidarse. Boom. That's it. Period. Here is option 2, or maybe option 1. We could, instead of saying van a olvidarse, we could say se van a olvidar. Okay, so either one of those two work. Once again, there's no difference between se van a olvidar and van a olvidarse. No difference. Okay, number 6. I put on my hat. I put on my hat. What's the verb to put on? Well, it's the verb ponerse. And my hat is the hat. Okay, we're going to use the word the after a reflexive verb when we're talking about an article of clothing. All right, so ponerse la gorra, single verb, conjugate single verb. How do you do it? Me pongo. Easy. Yo form of poner is pongo. Take se, put it in the front of the verb, me. Yo me pongo la gorra, or me pongo la gorra. I put on my hat. And how do you say in order to? Para. Now, to leave is the verb irse. Some of you may have said salir, which is totally fine. Irse is also the verb to leave, and I'm using it because it's a vocab word and it's reflexive. So what are you going to do with say here? Yeah, you're going to change it to, oh, wait, it should be may. What the heck? Shouldn't be say. I mean, it shouldn't be nos. Should be may. Year may. See how that works. Ponerse. Me pongo la gorra para Irme. Okay, works. Good. Number 7, sometimes when I get to school, I realize that I forgot something important. Has this ever happened to you? Okay, sometimes is a veces, sometimes when I get to school, a veces cuando llego a la escuela. All right, this is just a straight up phrase. We're good. I realize that. I realize that I forgot something important. How many verbs are in that phrase? I realize that I forgot something important. Well, there are 2. However, are they interconnected in a compound form or are they separate? They're separate because they both happen individually. I realize and I forgot. They both have their own conjugations, and we know that because we have the word that to separate them. So let's say the verb to realize is darse cuenta de. It's a single verb. We're going to conjugate darse in the yo form. Se turns to me, and dar turns to doy. So me doy cuenta de. Now we're going to use the word that here, which is que. I forgot. Okay, now I just realized I made a mistake in the slideshow, but that's okay. We're going to fix it in a second. But to forget is olvidarse. What we're going to do, it's a single verb. We're just going to take the se and put it in front of the verb and change it to me, all right, because it's yo form. And then we're going to drop the AR and we're going to add an O. But really, it's an E accent mark because it's forgot, it's past tense. And then we're going to say algo importante. All right, so change this O to an E with an accent mark. Me olvidé algo importante. I forgot something important. Okay, number 8. We hate to sit down in the hard chairs at school. How many verbs do we have? We hate to sit down. Are they connected as a compound phrase or are they separately done? Yeah, they're connected. So we hate to do something that's connected. It's not that we hate and that we sit. We hate to sit. So this is a compound. The verb in its infinitive form is odiar sentarse. Odiar is to hate. Sentarse is to sit down. We're going to conjugate the first verb, odiar, in the nosotros form. We're going to say odiamos. Then we got to change sentarse. We're going to take se and turn it to nos because it's nosotros. And really what we have is looks like option 2 here. Odiamos sentarnos. We could just leave it like this and it's fine. What's the other option? Option 1, we would take nos and just put it in front of the verb nos odiamos sentar. And the difference between these two phrases is there's no difference. They're exactly the same. They mean the same thing. They're used equally as often as each other. It's just the way it is. Okay, so let's leave this up. Nos odiamos sentar in the hard chairs en las sillas duras en escuela. In the hard chairs at school. Sillas are feminine plural. Duras is feminine plural. Number 9. I want to go to sleep in class, but because of wanting to pass, I get to work. All right. How many people can relate to the first part of this? I want to go to sleep in class. I want to go to sleep right now. I'm just like in my house and I just want to go to sleep. Okay. I want to go to sleep. That's a compound phrase. It's I want to go to sleep. Okay. What are those verbs? I want is querer. To go to sleep is dormirse. Dormirse is the verb to go to sleep. Okay. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Let's conjugate querer, quiero, change se to me, and we're all set. Or put me here. We have a compound set here, right? We keep talking about this. I hope that you understand what this means. Me quiero dormir and quiero dormirme are the same exact thing, right? Okay, in class, but, en clase pero. All right, now this phrase, because of, this is a vocab word. Because of, you cannot say porque de. Can't do it. Because of is the word por. And the verb that you're going to use after this has to be in its infinitive form. What is the infinitive form of wanting? It is the verb to want. And in Spanish, it's querer. And you're not going to change it. Por querer means for wanting or because of wanting. To pass is also an infinitive, pasar. And the verb to get to doing something, to put yourself to doing something, to start doing something is ponerse a. Ponerse a plus an infinitive verb. So we're going to take ponerse. It's a single verb. We are going to conjugate it. Me pongo a trabajar. Now, I know what you might be thinking is, could you say pongo a trabajarme? It's just too weird. Sounds so strange. Me pongo a trabajar is the best way to do this. Okay, we got one more. After cookies and milk with your mommy, do you like to fall asleep on the couch? All right, so after cookies and milk with your mommy is one phrase. Después de galletas y leche con tu mami. Do you like to fall asleep? We have a do you like phrase. We have a te gusta phrase. After te gusta, we have one option. To fall asleep is dormirse, but we're going to change se to te because you're the one falling asleep. And then on the couch is just en el sofá. Hey, I hope this is helpful to you. What you're going to do is you're going to turn in the corrected notes, corrected translations in the document that I gave you originally, and put that all together and turn it into Google Classroom. And I hope you guys have an awesome day.